our Earth is very big, and on this Earth there are so many different countries. Now, all these different countries have different types of temperatures. So while some countries are freezingly cold like this, and then some are very hot like this, and then some are neither too hot nor too cold like these places. So how does it happen? Different places have different sorts of temperatures. Well, to identify which place may have what type of temperature, it is very important that we understand where these places are located on our Earth. So let's see some of the countries which have similar type of temperatures. So here we have the entire world map. And on this map, you can see all the major countries in the world. Now, on this world map, if I draw some lines like this one, so I draw this line. Now you will notice that this line is passing through this area of Mexico. Now this area of Mexico has very high temperatures. That is, it is very hot out there. Now, if I move from here to here, that is other side of the world, India. Now, this line is passing through this region of India. Now, even this region of India usually faces very high temperatures. So, they both have very high temperatures in this area. Now, what about all these countries here? Well, all these countries here also face very high temperatures. So, all the places along this line usually face very high temperatures. Now, let me draw another line. Now, if we see along this line, what happens? Now, this area here is part of Canada. And this area usually is very cold, as in freezingly cold. Now, let's move to the other side of the planet. So, let's come here. Now, this area is part of Russia. And what about this place? Even this place is freezingly cold. So you see, different places in different parts of the world passing through a common line have similar type of temperatures. And not only these two countries, even these countries here, which is Sweden and Finland, even they have similar type of temperatures. That is, they are very cold. So how do these lines define the temperature of a place? I mean, if you have such a line, can you really know that all the places which are along these lines will have similar temperatures or not? Actually, these lines can tell you the real temperature of that place. That is, what type of temperature that place will have. So, some places will have freezingly cold temperatures and they will be along this line. And some places will have very hot temperatures and they will be along this line. So what are these lines exactly? And can they really define a temperature of a place? Let's see. So this is our planet Earth. Now, as you can see, our planet Earth has no lines on it. But for our convenience, we have drawn some lines on it. So these are imaginary lines which we have drawn for our convenience. And among these lines, two are very important, which are the equator, which runs like this, and then there is the prime meridian, which runs from here to here. And this is the North Pole and this is the South Pole, which are the northernmost and southernmost points on planet Earth. Now, with these important lines as base, we have drawn some more lines. For example, with equator as the base, we have drawn a number of lines on the planet Earth, which are called latitudes. So latitudes are lines which are drawn with equator as the base. You see all these lines here? They have been drawn with equator as the starting point. And you will notice that these lines are parallel to the equator. That's why these latitudes are also called parallels. So you can either call them latitudes or parallels. Now these parallels have some important properties. For example, first property is that these lines run from east to west directions. So all the lines have been drawn in such a way that they are running from east to west directions. Now, apart from that, the distances of these lines are measured from north or south of the equator. For example, this line here is the 30 degrees line. Now, how do we measure that this is exactly where on planet Earth? Well, this is on the northern side of the equator. That's why this line is actually measured as 30 degree north. And what about this line here, minus 30? Well, minus 30 is nothing but 30 degree south. So these lines are measured as north and south of the equator. Now, apart from that, there is another property, which is that equator is the largest line among all the latitudes. Why is it the longest line? Well, if you see, this is the widest part of planet Earth, and equator passes through the widest part of planet Earth, and that is why this is the longest line. And what happens if you move towards the poles? Well, if you move towards the poles, then you will notice that the width is decreasing as you move towards the poles, and as a result, length of latitudes also decrease as you move towards the poles, which is an important property of the latitudes or the parallels. Now, among all these latitudes which we have on planet Earth, 4 of them are called major latitudes of Earth. So let's see what these are. Now, the 4 major latitudes of Earth are the Arctic Circle, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, Antarctic Circle, and equator is in the middle. Now, these have specific locations on planet Earth. So where is Arctic Circle located? Well, it's located at 66.5 degree north. And where is Tropic of Cancer located? Well, it's at 23.5 degree north. What about the Tropic of Capricorn? Well, it's very similar to Tropic of Cancer, just on the other side of Earth. That is 23.5 degree south. And Antarctic Circle, it's just the opposite of Arctic Circle. That is, while Arctic Circle was 66.5 degree north, Antarctic Circle is 66.5 degree south. So you see, all these major latitudes are located on either side of the equator. So 2 of them are on the northern side and 2 of them are on the southern side. So on the northern side, we have the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer, which are at 66.5 degrees north and 23.5 degrees north. And on the southern side, we have the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle, which are at 23.5 degrees south and 66.5 degrees south. So why are these lines so important? Why are they called major latitudes? Well, because they have a very important function. These lines divide the Earth into major temperature zones. So you must have seen some countries which lie on a particular line have similar types of temperatures. That's because they fall in the same temperature zones. So you see, here is the Arctic Circle and here is Tropic of Cancer. And then we have the equator, this is Tropic of Capricorn, and this is Antarctic Circle. Now, what happens is, all the areas which lie between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn will usually have very hot temperatures. And areas in this region, which is between the Arctic Circle and the Tropic of Cancer, will have moderate temperatures. That is, not very cold and not very hot. And similarly, in this portion too, the temperatures are moderate. That is, they are not very cold and not very hot. And what about these regions? Well, these regions are freezingly cold. So anything beyond the Arctic Circle and anything beyond the Antarctic Circle is very, very cold. So all the countries and regions which fall in these regions are usually very, very cold. So you see, these are very important latitudes because they give us important information about the type of temperature a place will have which is falling in one of these zones. So latitudes are very important in that respect. So you see, the latitudes are very important lines on planet Earth, and they have some very important functions. So while they help you locate any place on planet Earth along with longitudes, while they also give you important information about temperature of a place. So the important or major latitudes on planet Earth can help you divide the entire Earth into different zones, which are temperature zones. And with the help of those temperature zones, you can understand what type of temperature a place will have which falls in one of those zones. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge, or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English, and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.